All right, let's just jump right in. We're talking about how one single app is completely, and I mean completely, redrawing the map for travelers. It's turning these ancient, incredible destinations into viral hotspots, and it's all happening one short video at a time. So let me ask you something. Seriously, think about it. That last trip you planned, where'd you get your ideas? Was it, a glossy magazine? Maybe a travel agent? Or, be honest, did you just find yourself scrolling and scrolling and scrolling through your feed?
Yeah, because there has been this seismic shift. We've basically gone from the old school world of guidebooks and actual paper maps to this whole new reality. Now, our travel plans are being shaped by influencers, and the places we pick, well, a lot of the time it comes down to whether they have the potential to go viral.
Okay, so that leads us right into our first big topic. What does it really mean to travel in the age of TikTok?
And it is a huge change. I mean, these platforms, they're not just for fun anymore, right? They've become these incredibly powerful discovery engines. Think about it. A single 15-second video can literally decide where thousands of people are going to spend their hard-earned money and their vacation time. It's like the algorithm, it's the new travel agent.
All right, so to really see how this works in the real world, let's zoom in on a perfect case study. We're talking about the legendary hill station of Darjeeling, and now it's getting this complete, well, a digital makeover. Now, for ages, Darjeeling has had this amazing reputation as the Queen of Hills. It's famous for all those timeless things. You've got the UNESCO World Heritage Toy Train, the world-class tea, those absolutely breathtaking views of Kanchenjunga, and of course, that unique colonial charm. That's the Darjeeling everyone knows, the classic. And that heritage, it runs deep. I mean, get this. There are over 80 tea estates in Darjeeling alone. 80! That's incredible. And every single one contributes to its legacy, its reputation as the champagne of teas. But there's a shift happening. Underneath that classic surface, a totally new digital map is being drawn. And the landmarks on this map, well, they're not always the historical sites. More often, they're those super photogenic cafes and perfectly framed viewpoints. So let's get specific. You have these cafes, like the iconic Linares, or the really cool Beatles-themed Revolver Cafe, even the nostalgic Tom and Jerry's Cafe. These places are becoming destinations all by themselves. And why? Mostly because they look amazing on a social media feed. They are literally designed to be shared. In this next part, I think it just perfectly shows the shift. Even something classic, something almost sacred, like watching the sunrise from Tiger Hill, it's being completely transformed. It's not just about watching the Kanchenjunga mountain range turn golden anymore. Now it's about capturing that moment for the perfect post. The whole experience is now seen through a lens. So you gotta ask, who's actually driving all this change? Well, to really get the engine behind this transformation, we can look right next door to Nepal. There, a whole new generation of creators is leading the charge. So let's meet these new voices of travel, Nepal's influencers. See, in Nepal, being an influencer isn't just a hobby. It's a full-blown, booming digital economy. With affordable internet and smartphones everywhere, you have this new generation of creators building actual full-time careers. And they're shaping everything, from fashion and food to, you guessed it, travel. Just take a look at Reshma Gamere. Her day job, she's a nurse, but she's also Nepal's very first verified TikTok star. Her story really captures the whole spirit of this movement. And this quote from her says it all. Profession never obstructs the inner desire. It just speaks to the incredible passion that's fueling this whole creator economy. And the scale of her reach, it's just staggering. We're talking more than 1 million followers. At that point, she's not just a creator, she is a media powerhouse. A single video of hers can reach way more people than old school advertising ever could. I mean, this is the new definition of influence. If you really want to get a pulse on what's capturing the nation's attention, all you have to do is look at what people are searching for on TikTok. And it's not just dance challenges, not by a long shot. They're looking for travel destinations like Mustang, they're searching for trending recipes and local celebs. TikTok has basically become a search engine for culture itself. Okay, so all of this brings us to the real heart of the issue, right? The core tension of this whole thing. It's this battle between authenticity and the demands of the algorithm. And it's a really important question we have to ask ourselves. What happens when a place or even a piece of culture is judged not by its history or its actual worth, but by how likely it is to go viral? What do we gain from that? And maybe more importantly, what do we stand to lose? The music industry is a perfect example of this. So a catchy song like Tada Tada, right? It can get over 5 million views, which is great. But then you have a track that's basically engineered for a 15-second viral clip like Mata Dala Dele, and boom, it explodes to over 42 million views. It just shows you the algorithm isn't neutral. It rewards a very, very specific kind of content. And you better believe artists are feeling that pressure directly. The singer Shanta Rani Parir even said that when they're making new music, they have to stop and think, hey, will a 15-second clip of this work on TikTok? So the platform isn't just a place to share art anymore. It's actively shaping how the art gets made in the first place. So what it all boils down to is this massive divide. On one side, you have the raw, unfiltered experience of actually being somewhere. The sounds, the smells, that feeling of immersion. And then on the other side, you have the content, the carefully framed shot, the perfect filter, and that constant focus on getting engagement. It makes you wonder, are we living in the moment or are we just producing it?
Okay, let's pull back for a second and think about what this all means for the future of travel. And not just for some people, but for all of us.
I mean, this is a classic double-edged sword, right? No doubt about it. On one hand, you've got these incredible economic opportunities. It promotes hidden gems, local businesses, and gives places a global stage they'd never have otherwise. But on the other hand, it can spread misinformation, put this insane pressure on creators, and you run the risk of watering down authentic culture into just a bunch of repeatable trends.
And let's be really clear here. This isn't just a story about Darjeeling or Nepal. Not at all. This is a global phenomenon. The same forces that are reshaping Darjeeling, they're influencing how we see Paris, how we see Tokyo, heck, even how we see our own hometowns. This is about the future of how we experience the entire world.
So I guess I'll just leave you with this one last thought. The next time you're planning a trip and you find yourself scrolling through your feed for ideas, just stop and ask yourself, what are you really looking for? Are you searching for a place or you're just searching for a picture?